Welcome to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin on Larrakia country. It's round 4 in the Men's Premier League. Reigning premiers Nightcliff take on St Mary's. I'm Navanka McEwen, and joining me in the commentary box are Nick O'Reilly along with his big deadly Mo and Ricky Nolan. How you going, fellas?
Good, Nev. Thanks for another compliment with the bowl. Rick, how are you?
Oh, I'm going well, but I look like I might want to grow a mullet. Nick, it is an absolute ripper, but what a game we've got here. Grand final replay from last year. These two sides put on a really great display. I thought it wasn't an all-time great grand final, but I thought it was an absolute ripper. Interesting, Cameron Islet lining up at full forward for Nightcliff Football Club.
So here we go. Umpire throws the ball up in the air. Big Ryan Smith wins the first one down for St Mary's. Nate Paredes with the first clearance for that team. Up to the half forward. St Mary's with that first clearance through Paredes. A nice tackle over there. Forward flank, although the ball pops out. Inside attacking 50 now for St Mary's. Ball pops out the side. That's Harry Williams. Big tackle on him. And the ball gets sat on, and the umpire will throw it up, Rick.
Interesting first stoppage of the game. The ball magnet or the ball clearance machine, Nathan Paredes with the clearance straight away.
So umpire throws the ball straight back up. Paredes doing the ruck work there, which is quite rare for that little man, as we're back out to centre wing, and that's why there's Saw Smith down there for St Mary's. Ball coming back in through Lance. And that one's over the line, Rick.
Troy, I am just looking forward to, for heaven's sake, I hope an NTFL team starts manning up on Daniel Bowles. He's already had one possession already. They just let him do whatever he wants. Like, it's about time an NTFL club puts a little bit of time and effort into it, because he's made his gain of being elite, being the best in the competition for the last 3 years. So please, some NTFL coach put a bit of pressure, put a bit of accountability into him.
Rick's put the call out to all NTFL clubs. You hear it here on the NITV's coverage of the NTFL 2020-21 season. Up to centre wing, here's Cam Eilert, just out of his hands. And just a bit scrappy here on the moment. Long sort of jumps in, looking for the ball. Pops out now. Wills gets a handball backwards. Nightcliff up to half forward. And we'll drop mark down there by, I think that was Musgrove. Here goes Eilert. Beautiful hands. Ball comes in, attacking 50 for Nightcliff for the first time this evening. Long just puts a little push on. Ball stays in, does it? No, out of bounds, and we'll have another boundary throw in, Rick.
Interesting. Heard a few rumours during the week. Cameron Eilert extremely sore and looked like he was going to miss. So they're playing him at full forward. So I'd say he might be a little bit sore, but it's nothing that the champion can't handle.
So as they just try and work this one out, I think Saul Smith for St Mary's wins that tap down. Lance awkwardly falls down. Lucky to not do an injury there. His Wills gets a handball through, and we'll do it all again, Nev.
So last time these two teams met was in round one, which was only just a few weeks ago. Do you guys know why this is happening again?
I've got a bit of an idea. I think the NTFL have put a lot of time and effort into the draws, trying to align the 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s plus women's footy. So feedback that I'm getting from all the clubs is that they are absolutely wrapped with what the NTFL have done this year. Everyone clips the NTFL now and then, but from what I'm hearing, the clubs are absolutely wrapped with their draws this year. So there's Nightcliff about to score.
And score, they do, just the minor though.
So I reckon it's got something to do with just trying to align. So all St Mary's games are on the one day, all Nightcliff games are on the one day. It may, I don't know, have something to do with that, but from what I've been told, NTFL clubs are wrapped with what the NTFL have done with the draw this year. So well done, NTFL.
Tyler Saunders to Edwards to Smith. They've worked it nicely.
Oh.
It's a bit of a hospital handball, though they get it out. And nice mark by Calder there. Looks to wind around on the right. Puts it up to half forward. Bo Tedcastle had an absolute blinder on debut last week for St Mary's. Some nice pressure coming from St Mary's. They've definitely turned up to play tonight. Just a scrap on at half forward. The kick goes in, and it's a holding free kick. Advantage paid, and St Mary's get the opener through Jackson Payne.
A couple of get the ball forward to Payne, former Brisbane Lions player, probably the recruit, well, one of the recruits of the season. Certainly St Mary's best recruit last year. He was an absolute star. But yeah, really, really well done by Saints. That's it. Just keep getting the ball forward. Come off the half-back line as well.
So the last time these two teams played in round one, it was a 52-point win to Nightcliff. How are you feeling? There's 4 minutes that's been played in the first quarter.
I think Saints have got a bit of a stronger side, and they were a little bit shocked, I think, Saints by the margin, and I think Nightcliff were a bit shocked as well by how much they won by. But Ryan Smith, I think, was Saints' best player in the grand final last year, so they got him into the side. I don't think Jackson Payne played. Payne did play round one, but I think Saints have got a slightly stronger side.
So that was Brew with the clearance, gets it into attacking 50. It's at half forward now. St Mary's looking to get it out of there. They do, but it's taken down there by Roger Morris.
Oh, they've got him on the
ball inside 50, and too easy there.
Hugo
Drogmola, the big boy. Speaking of good moustaches, he's always sports one. Pretty seedy though, and he's always got one. The great man. We'll kick from about 53 out.
That's zero movement, Nightcliff. There's got no one to go to a bailout kick. They've got no one in the square. I don't know if he's got this distance in him, but
I wouldn't have thought, Rick.
Think a Nightcliff player would get back. Emery's on a repeat entry lead now.
You go Drogmola. He just sticks that one left. Had the distance, Rick.
I'd be a touch worried if I was Chris Bucks. He was 55 out without an option and didn't even have a bailout kick to go to either.
So Jacob Long to do the kick-out duties. That's a nice kick.
Fair kick, that, isn't it?
Beautiful kick finds Harry Williams, former Nightcliff player, playing against his old team. Pushes that one to centre half back. Finds Musgrove. Gets a handball off to Lant. Comes across ground to Ryan Smith. Oh, Moo did well to hold that ball up. Here's Sean Edwards. His second possession tonight. Goes backwards to Lant. Misses him.
Got to hit a target here, Saints. Just got to hit a target going to a slow play.
So long down the line, pardon the pun. Sorry, everyone. Ryan Smith takes a great mark over his former teammate in Cameron Islet. Just holds it up for the moment. Oh, geez, that's a bit of a stinker, but he gets the 50 anyway. So I'm not really sure what that one was for, Rick. I don't know if you saw that one.
I've got a feeling Cameron Islet, it was a bit controversial. Cameron Islet might have impeached in the 5 metre zone, but I think Cameron was pointing to say he was next to the player. Payne again in a 1 out.
And that's the second time that defender's given away. I can't really see who that is down there, but he's given away. It's the second holding on. The backline's just starting to stink it up a bit, Rick.
Yeah, it's a good player, Payne. They've got to watch him.
So Payne to get his second for the evening and the Saints' second. He'll go around the corner with the snap as he does now. Plays on and absolutely nails it. So Payne's got his second and St Mary's second. They move to 2 goals straight. The Tigers just the 2 behinds.
You know, Dominic Brew went to Payne in the first game in a pretty hard tag, and doesn't look like Nightcliff have gone with that. They've gone with Broderick with the match-up this time, but yeah, they went with Dominic Brew last time with that Payne match-up, and they're pretty happy with it, I heard. Brew's an absolute tackling machine from North Albury and Werribee. But interesting they haven't gone with that same match-up this time. Off to a fly, Saints. 2 goals, and I think Nightcliff have probably gone lucky they had 2 inside 50 entries, so pretty good at performance.
I wonder who the captain is for St Mary's tonight with both Clark out and Rioli, the co-captains.
Probably gone for Paredes, I would say, had a guess, or Sean Edwards.
So a nice big tackle coming over the top. And just a scrap on in the middle of the ground and holding the ball. Looks like it's going St Mary's way through Hayden Walters. Looks to move it quickly. The colder direction is a Payne. It's Payne. The ball spills down the bottom. And have a look at that. It's easy to do. St Mary's get their third.
Ted Castle, but what a contest by Payne. Just give the 3 surrounding that ball. He just gave a contest which brought the ball to ground. And Ted Castle mopped it up and kicked it on his opposite foot. But that's what I'm talking about. Crash a pack, bring it to ground. Absolutely outstanding, Jackson Payne.
8 minutes played in the first quarter, and St Mary's are 3 goals, no points, 18 points. To the Tigers, 2 points, so 16 points the difference.
So back in the middle. Big Ryan Smith wins this one down again, but it's all Nightcliff at ground level. That was Dom Brew, just with a quick snap out of the pack. Tyler Saunders hot on his hammer. Oh, big crunching tackle. Umpire said, oh, it was a dangerous one. I liked the work of the umpire too, just demonstrating that free kick. The ball smothered off Phil Wills. So ball pops out here at half forward through Kyle Emery. And holding the ball. So Kyle Emery sat on it. He's just asking the umpire about that one. Jacob Long.
Jacob Long got a bit of a tinge through his hair, Nick?
Yeah, I think he does.
A bit of lemon might have fell on it.
Bit of blonde. It's quite working out well for the young man. Here's Sean Wilson. Nice kick backwards. St Mary's have definitely come to play tonight. He's
Harry Williams on bowls, hopefully. We'll see.
So Brew.
Absolute tackling machine, Brew. So interesting to see how he goes today.
Tom Boyd for Nightcliff, right on centre wing, right in front of the commentary box. Just throws it on the right, up to half forward. Islet in a 2-on-1, he wins it, gets it down to Phil Wills. He goes after his own pill, gets it. Philo in there for Nightcliff. Moo, Lant for St Mary's. The ball pops out now. Oh, nice tackle from behind, and Oz puts in the back.
Dodged the ball
against Lewis Smith.
Yeah. Good tackle.
So Jellyman Turner, he's just turned this one straight over. You heard Rick Nolan there. They come across board. There's Phil Wills.
They've got good numbers back. St Mary's have cut this off pretty well. They're going to have to go with a bailout kick.
So Saucer. Island! If you don't mind, sits on top of the biggest man on the field, Rick, and takes an absolute screamer.
I've watched Cameron Islet probably play 300 games of football, and I've seen him do absolutely everything, but I've actually never seen him do that before.
It's quite rare, isn't it?
It was very impressive, Cameron. That was a fair grab.
Unbelievable. The man bun's still in place after all that too. And as Cammy Islet looks to open his account, and Nightcliff's on the approach and sticks it right into the post.
Happens a little bit that you take a hanger and you get put off a little bit by it.
So long in the Paredes direction. Paredes does well, keeps his feet.
They've got the overlap here, Saints.
And up to centre wing.
Oh, you've got to use him.
So Kieran Parnell as long. It's a nice kick, although that was Calder that just couldn't quite get it in.
How do you think the guys are going out there? It's currently 30 degrees with about 60% humidity.
Yeah, she's fairly warm, plus they're not professional footballers, these guys. So there's probably some of these guys have been on a roof and working pretty hard all day, so would have liked to have kept the water up to them.
I did notice Rick Nolan did take the stairs and didn't take the lift up to the commentary box tonight. So Rick, you're in. You did well. It's pretty hot out there.
The Morara lift is the slowest lift in the world.
Here's Tyler Saunders on the outer wing, throws on the left. Saw Smith flies in from the middle, from the side. Sorry. So Nightcliff at half back. Wilson just quickly throws it onto boot, and it'll work well. Although drop mark. There's some serious pressure coming, although Nightcliff have got the numbers, so they look to reload off half-back. So the kick comes up in the Islet direction, just drops it that time. It's just easier mark, you would have thought. Well done by Emery there, gets the hands into Bricknell, and Bricknell will get the opener. No, he's hit the back of the post. So Nightcliff have had two easy opportunities, Rick, and wasted them.
Yeah, so we maybe should have taken a bounce and then ran all the way to the line, maybe.
So Jacob Long doing the kicking out duties again.
I mean, interesting. Saints have dominated the first 8 minutes, and then Nightcliff has sort of dominated the next 5, haven't they?
But they just can't get that goal, can they?
No.
So easily won down there by Clink. And the umpire's picked out a free kick going the way of St Mary's.
Paredes, I believe.
Yep. Man, he's off to a good start tonight. Goes with the long pill down in the Calder direction. He just drops that one. And right on centre wing, we'll have a boundary throw in.
I think he touched the pigskin 30 times last week, Paredes, the first person in the league to hit the 3-0 number. Just see the replay here. Bricknell should have taken a bounce here. Maybe, maybe not. That's why you never give up on the chase. Got to continue to chase.
Well done, Tyler Saunders.
Oh, Ryan, I think it's a free kick every day of the week.
And Ryan. So advantage taken through Philo, and that's a beautiful kick. What a great user. And finds Emery on the lead.
Might be wrong, but Philo hasn't touched much of the ball, but that's why he's an extremely good footballer. 60-metre kick, lace out to the full forward. Kyle Emery has played at Palmerston, I reckon, the last 2 years, and then gone. He was at Nightcliff, went to Palmerston for 2 years, I think, as a fly-in. I think he's moved back to Darwin.
He's woken up to himself, Rick.
And come back to Nightcliff. I won't comment on that, Nick.
We love Darwin. Yeah, we love Darwin. No, moving back up to Darwin. Moving back to Darwin, yeah.
Something about changing club.
No, not on my watch, Rick, as Emery sticks that one straight through. And gets the opener here for Nightcliff. They move to 1-4-10 at Saints. 3 goals.
He's done quite well so far this season. He's kicked 11 goals in the last 2 rounds. So 5 in round 3, 6 in round 2, and obviously 1 now.
Yeah, played 2019. He played for South Adelaide and played some pretty good SANFL football. And last year went over and played in Cairns with Aaron Davies, with half of Darwin, I think, played.
Yeah, I know, everyone. You see photos pop up on social media over in Cairns, and you see all these boys from Darwin over there.
Aaron Davies coaching the Cairns City Lions and doing a very good job. I think they've just started off from nowhere, and he's doing very, very well.
I think he got the Coach of the Year or something like that last year.
Free kick coming back, I think the way of Nightcliff through Eric Klink. Is it? Am I saying that name right, Rick?
Yeah, Eric Klink played for, used to play for Banks, actually.
Oh, look at this. Ryan Moo just goes over the top. He should have given the handball over the top. Oh, now the umpire's pulled a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Moo.
It was after they got rid of after Moo got rid of the footy.
Yeah. It was the non-officiating umpire that gave that one away from half back. So Ryan Moo will get another look at it. And you would think would get Nightcliff second.
Very much a game of two halves. St Mary's very dominant early, but the last 7 minutes, Nightcliff, it's all been Nightcliff.
Ryan Moo on the approach from about 25 out, slide angle.
Shanked it.
And he's done exactly the same thing. And Jacob Long just gave him a little bit of an ear massage there and said, nice try, buddy. So he's land. Oh, nice mark. Taken there, that was a beautiful mark actually by Bailey Henderson. Bailey Henderson throws it on the right, over the head of Emery. Nice use of the body down there from Jackie Musgrove. Ball stays in, and that one does everything but go over the line.
I think it went over the line 3 times.
It floated in, it floated out. Did a handstand. Here's Phil Wills. Put it back inside, attacking 50 for Nightcliff. Nightcliff just feel are working their way back into it. Emery just gets rid of Saunders. Gets a handball over. Oh, that's a throw. Umpire says play on. Moo gets a handball away. Umpires put the whistle away, which I don't mind. Here's Lance, St Mary's. Musgrove just flicking it forward. Lant again with that fist. That's Nightcliff. Oh, nice fend off coming there. And a nice kick. Oh, no. I don't know what that was for, Rick. Was that pay the mark, was it?
Pay the mark, I think. Charlie, is it Furf? He just had to make that tackle in the pocket there. They turned around and were able to centre the ball to Lucas Goonan.
So Luca Goonan.
Lucas Goonan originally from Mount Eliza Football Club.
So he kicks a kick, he sticks it straight through. Umpire does not move, and he gets his first for this evening.
Played the TAC Cup for the Dandenong Stingrays. Played the last couple of years for Mount Eliza. Just here, that tackle there just had to be made, and then they were able to centre the footy. But yeah, Charlie Fernley learned by that. But probably the message from the coach would have gone out and said, "Tackle body, don't tackle jumper."
19 minutes played in the first quarter. St Mary's 3 goals, 18 to Tigers 2 goals, 5-17.
Ryan Smith hasn't been off the field yet. So he's certainly, they've got the 2 ruckmen going against him. He's certainly in for a big night.
He's a workhorse, isn't he?
Played in the premiership in the Catherine Footy League in the off-season.
Is that right? There he is. He just missed everything on that occasion. Ball pops out. That's through Walters, goes off the deck. Here's Sean Edwards, gets wrapped up straight away. Sean Wilson, not clean on that occasion. A bit of scrappy footy happening here at the moment at TIO Stadium here in Darwin. Umpires put the whistle away. Here's Sean Edwards on the outside. He'll get it. Oh, just flicks it up to himself, Gaelic footy style.
Gaelic footy.
But goes without it on that occasion. Hey, Lance, if you don't mind. Dylan Lance.
Oh, look, Adams thought he missed it and kept running on.
Dylan Lance, nice fly. And another one at the back, is there? No. So ball on the deck. Here's Nightcliff with another. He's getting wrapped up, holding the ball. So nice pressure coming from St Mary's.
There's some fair grabs in this game, isn't there?
Oh, it's action pack. Here's little Bowie Tedcastle lining up for his second.
It's not about kick of the footy, so it's not out of his distance, this.
Quite the impressive junior, isn't he, Rick?
Yeah, probably the most hype I've seen on a junior since Michael Mummery, actually. So there's a fair bit of hype on him. So let's see how he goes.
Here is Bo Tedcastle for his second. Sticks it on the right. Is it working back? No, it's just a bit skinny. And through for AB Height.
And Bo actually made his Premier League debut last weekend in round 3 and was impressive with 3 goals, but obviously couldn't convert that one.
He's only 16, so it's a fair effort, isn't it?
Massive. That's awesome.
So on the outer wing, here's Philo, I think it was. Just goes in the middle of the ground.
4v1 Saints. They've got to kill this, don't they?
And the umpire from...
Be quick.
So here is Jack Lance, puts it on the right. And that one's just gone over the line, juggled over the line from the impressive Jackson Payne. Of course, he's kicked 2 goals this evening.
It's too easy to defend that kick. You've either got to go top of the goal square or you either got to kick it, but it's just easy to kick. Easy to either put through for a point or put through for a stoppage.
So umpire throws this one in. Calder takes out of the ruck, gets a quick handball away. Nightcliff with the numbers at ground level. Here's Wills, just puts the burners down. And it's a nice looking kick out there and finds big Melville to the tune of Trent. Just pops up one over the top.
Daniel Bowles.
So Daniel Bowles goes in the eyelet direction, just out of his reach. Moo. Some fancy footwork from that little man. The handball goes inboard.
2v1 here, Saints.
Ooh, nice fly from behind, just didn't quite bring it to ground.
Geez, Prudy's have spread well from that contest.
And here we go, St Mary's with a kick on goal is a behind. So it's been a bit toing and froing here, Rick. I thought St Mary's have had a bit of momentum in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I thought that had 2 real good opportunities there, Saints. They just got good representation of the footy, but just didn't finish their good work.
So long kick down the line. Saunders from behind with a nice spoil. Nightcliff at ground level. Here's Philo. Throws on the right. Touched off the boot, umpire says. Ball sits up. Tap comes down in the Lance direction. Lant will get it back again. And Moo sits on top of him, and that's holding the ball.
That's a good decision. He went to ground and didn't get the ball out.
So Moo moves it quickly, and a nice punch coming over the top from Jack Musgrove.
Well done, Jack Musgrove. Been away from the club for a few years. Playing the premiership as a 19-year-old. He actually starred in that final series and been away coaching the last couple of years, and good to see him back this year. Man, from all reports, playing pretty good footy.
So the umpire throws that one in. Drogamullah wins that one down. The ball pops out in the Jorgensen direction. Just goes with the low burner. And Cameron Eilert says, put it to the top of the square, pal.
Cameron Eilert says, I'm the man, get me the football, which is a fair call.
Sit it on my head, sit it on my head. So quarter time here at TIO Stadium at St Mary's. 3-2-20 to Nightcliff. 2-6-18. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full bedding facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever you feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop.
to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to NITV's coverage of the 2021 NTFL Men's Premier League. Your commentary team today are Nevanka McEwen, Nick O'Reilly and Ricky Nolan. St Mary's lead by 2 points. Ricky, what's your thoughts so far as we head into the second quarter?
Yeah, probably a game of two halves. I thought Saints started really well, finished off and kicked goals, then Nightcliff sort of really controlled about 8 minutes of the game. It just didn't kick straight. Probably two to three easy ones they really should have really kicked to push away from Saints. But looks like we've got a pretty good ball game here.
So here we go, second quarter action from TIO, Smith and Clink. Umpire gets in the way of Clink on that occasion. Nate Paredes on all falls, just tries to feed it out, gets sat on by the umpire. He's going to ping him.
As soon as you drag it in, you're in strife. You just have to get the ball out.
So here's Philo, chucks it on that left, up in attacking 50. Was nice fly from behind. He's long. That's a beautiful kick, is it? No, just doesn't quite find the target. Some quick hands in there. Paredes just goes off the deck, doesn't quite get boot to ball. Here's Paredes again, shovels it out. Yeah, nice work there from young Lockie Taylor. He's a quick man. He's Bowie Ted Castle. He's got all the tricks in the book. In the colder direction, Payne, sorry. Here's Sean Wilson for Nightcliff. Gets wrapped up by Bowie Ted Castle. Gets rewarded too, that young man. Geez, he brings some serious forward pressure. Rick will pick that one back up in a minute. Payne from behind. Was it colder? Oh, St Mary's at ground level, and that one is a behind. So disappointing end there.
Harry Williams missed. I was going to say Sean Wilson, who I thought was best on ground clearly in the grand final last year. I don't think he's touched the footy in the first quarter. I might be wrong, but Nightcliff sort of need a lift. Certainly need a lift from him. Just a great user of the footy, isn't he, Bowles?
So at half back,
Eric Klimpy.
Clinky. Saunders gets a shove in the back. Umpire says no problems. Here's Ryan Moore, gets a handball away.
Well, good mullet.
Here's Dom Brew. It's a fantastic mullet, Rick. We'll talk about that one after half time, I think. Needs its own evaluation, that mullet.
Yeah, we'll look into that, I think.
Into the attacking 50 for Nightcliff. But it's St. Mary's at ground level. It's Lance. Goes across field, finds Kieran Parnell. Speaking of impressive young footballers.
Harry Williams.
Henry Williams is fitted in nicely at St. Mary's. Had a good game last week. He's off to a good one tonight. So Nightcliff with the numbers right in the middle of the ground. Handball comes inboard. And they're working this nightly. Lewis Smith just coughs it up though at the last moment. Lant does extremely well for St. Mary's. Sticks it out wide. Edwards to the tune of Sean. Just goes along ground with a grubber. Lant goes off the deck. Up into attacking 50. And that's... well, the umpire says, well, now, I don't mind if I call those sort of ones deliberate, Rick. You could have got the handball away.
Good pressure by Harry Williams. Saints get a stoppage in their forward 50 as Bricknell comes onto the ground, replaced by Trent Melville.
Ricky, I know we're only in the fourth round of this current season, but do you have a prediction yet for who's looking quite good?
I think Nightcliff has certainly got to be around the money, don't they? Just during the week, Southern Districts recruited extremely well, recruited two SNFL players. So I think list-wise they're not too bad as well, and I think St. Mary's will certainly be around the mark.
Sean Wilson off half-back. It's a pretty average kick. He'll get it back through Moo. Comes out wide. It'll work out well for Nightcliff. And they are. So I'll tell you what, those white numbers are pretty hard to see at night.
NTFL should stop them.
As we're on the half-forward flank. Well done from St. Mary's. There's a few peroxided dials getting around tonight. Here's Tom Gilbert. Moves it quickly. St. Mary's looking to get on the board early. It's Payne.
Doesn't Payne just crash a pack?
Yeah. Bo Tedcastle. Nice, sneaky little handball. Goddard around the corner. And well, here he is again over the shoulder. And that is a goal. So well done, Jackson Payne. He gets his third. And St. Mary's extend the lead in the second quarter.
Yeah, unbelievable second effort, but just it's about the fourth time he's just crashed a pack. You see, brings the ball to ground, and just sensational. Look at his second efforts here, just sensational.
Saints 4 goals, 3-27 to Tigers, 2 goals, 6-18. It's even hard to see the scoreboard from here with the white, actually. And I wear glasses. So.
Yeah, no, we're all struggling, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think Jackson Payne, he works for the Hawthorn Footy Club, I think in their media department, so he's based on the Gold Coast. The Saints were able to bring him up here after the AFL, after Hawthorn finished, and I think he's based up here for a while until he's got to go back to work at Hawthorn. So.
Ryan Smith with the tap down in Brady's direction, gets a nice handball out the side. St. Mary's back in, attacking 50. Payne just...
Goal.
Oh, he's got it! Oh, no.
Oh, I like the replay on that.
Jeez.
It's a foot inside.
Oh. I reckon I could have seen it. But we've got to say to the umpire, the goal umpire's right there, Rick. I look to move this one quickly to Nightcliff. Here's Rivet. Jorgensen. Goes back to Rivet.
I don't know if that handball was on, but he's got away with it.
And Brady's chops that one off nicely, right in front of Drogmullah.
He hasn't got away with it. He turned the footy over.
So here's Nate Paredes on the right, in the Ryan Smith direction, 3-on-1.
Any chance a St. Mary's player would get under him?
Nice mark there, the mullet man himself, through Dommy Brew.
Did either of you ever rock the mullet in your day?
I had a ripper.
Did you?
It's gone now. I wish I'd have done a comb over with it.
Love to see a photo.
Back in Guns N' Roses days.
Make sure you join us next week. We will unveil Rick's mullet from the early 90s as we're in attacking 50.
And we met your mum earlier, Ricky. Sweet child of hers.
Yeah, she'll back me up. But I wish I'd had that mullet with a comb over these days.
Tyler Saunders knocks that one through for St Mary's. Well, that's a nice kick straight down the middle of St Mary's.
Jeremy Goddard.
Oh, it's not the best kick. He had Paredes on, and Paredes' legs the Nightcliff player. Play on, says the umpire. So they get it back, Nightcliff, at half back.
They made a meal of that Saints, so just away, and Goddard's just turned that footy over. There was no one near him for 20 metres.
Oh, nice fly in there from big Drogamullah.
Who do you reckon's got a better mow out of Drogamullah and you?
Oh, me, easily.
You?
Easily. Absolutely easily. Like, his is good, but it's sort of blonde and a little bit seedy, where mine's just solid.
The AFL should do a poll or something.
Well,
a poll on their...
Movember's coming up. We're only weeks away from Movember.
Are you going to take part in that?
Yeah, probably.
And I hope Ricky doesn't grow one because I feel a bit left out.
I can definitely go to a costume shop and get you one, Nev. Don't worry. Anyway,
I can be a Mo sister.
You go Drogamullah on the angle.
Always kick that.
No.
It's fair effort.
Nice kick from the big unit. I'll see him down at Foreshore Cafe through the week, down at Nightcliff there, and he'll be revving me up about we'll have a mow off for breakfast.
At your second home.
Yeah, I'll love it down there. Anyway, ball comes down to half back. Oh, Drewy Brew. The umpire says play on. No, it looked like it was a mark to me from here. Sean Edwards just sits on top of him. Ball pops out now. St Mary's away. Here's Saw Smith. Calder. Gets the handball away. It's a good handball too. Here's Jack Lant. Goes with the long kick. Paredes stands under it and takes it. He did everything he could to drop that mark, Rick, but he ended up swallowing it.
Good forward 50 entry by Jack Lant from the Sunbury Footy Club in the Ballarat League. Played for the Calder Cannons as well. There's absolute gun of guns can be Nathan Paredes. I get a bit nervous sometimes with his set shots. So there he goes. Jeff Harvey on screen, Premiership assistant coach at both Nightcliff and the St Mary's Footy Club.
Nate Paredes on the approach on the 45. We've got a good look at it here, right behind him, and he's just jagged that left.
Oh, he just doesn't give me. He is a gun. He is as good a player that's ever played at this footy club. If there's an area he can improve on, it's his set shots.
The commentator's curse once again.
Shannon Rioli was stitching some players up last week, Rick. I'll tell you what. Legitimately stitching them up. Half-back bowls for Nightcliff. Oh, big fly from the back. Didn't quite pull it in there, was Kieran Parnell. Lant goes with the handball over the top. It's kept in by Jake Long. Did well. And chopped off.
Broderick.
Down there well by Budrick.
A boy from Catherine.
Now here's Philo. Just a bit of a knock from Smith. He's a tough unit, Philo.
He nearly marked that. I'm not sure if he's the target of a bailout kick down the line, but he's still at the same time he nearly marked that footy.
You see Drew Brew. Dom Brew, sorry, Drew Brew. That would be a great name. Dom Brew comes back on for Philo. Ball's thrown back in. Smith wins that one down. We could have got the clearance himself. Brew. There's a drop ball there. Umpire says play on though. This one's going towards the line and just out of the reach of Joel Budrick.
10 minutes played in the second quarter. St Mary's lead 9 points.
So at half forward here for Saints. Been in control in this second quarter. Banjo umpire throws this one in. Calder wins that one down. Ball pops back out here for Nightcliff, and it's out of bounds on the full, and it's going to come straight back in through Musgrove to the tune of Jack. Throws it on the right, inside attacking 50, fly from the back. Nightcliff on ground level, Calder over the shoulder. Calder gets his first for the evening and gets St Mary's fifth.
Fairly good goal by the man they call the champ. He's never been fitter. We'll just see here, again, Jackson Payne just halving a contest, bringing it to ground. And he's pretty good at ground level for a big guy, Jackson Calder, but he's been doing a program called 75 Hard with Peter McFarlane. And Jackson's got himself super fit. He believes in this program so much, he got a tattoo of it on the side of his stomach.
Noodles McFarlane.
No, Jackson Calder got one as well.
So they've both got it.
And they both work together, and they both get their rigs out at work. They've got their 75 hard tattoos out. But they're really into this 7. And Jackson Calder is really into his 75 hard.
You and I should get 2 hours hard tattooed on our guts, Rick. On our guts. Not our rigs, our guts. As Jacob Long gets slotted up in a nice tackle. There's a free kick going against that young man. Ryan Moo will get this one. Nice pressure from little Mooey.
Saints to get some numbers back down there. They've allowed Nightcliff to have a 2v2 here.
Phil Wills with the kick in the eyelet direction, just over that man's head. And the ball pops out. Lant tries to get over it for St Mary's. Kick coming over the top. He's just jagged to the right and through forward behind.
Would have liked Saints in that situation just to get a number or two quickly back behind the footy.
So Lance. Oh, Don Brew. What was that? Just used the 2 hands to get up on the shoulders, looking for a shoulder rider. Up at half forward now for St Mary's. That was Payne going without it. Oh, they're under pressure here, Nightcliff. They've worked it well, though.
He's done it well.
It's Buderick getting the handball away.
Bricknell's on here, but Country Mile.
No, Bricknell takes the mark in front of Tyler Saunders. No.
Nick, I wonder if it's something about playing on a Friday night. Everyone wants to do these speckies marks.
No, it's extraordinary scenes as we're in the attacking 50. Jacob Long getting the handball away. St Mary's under pressure. Oh, nice pressure coming from Melville from the side. That one's gone over the line from Ryan Moo, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Went up about two weeks too early. That was the only problem with that one. Yeah, there has been some big hangers.
Here we go. Look, as he just uses the 2 hands. Nice work from that man.
How many Ks do you think the guys would cover in a night, like one of the, very active players?
Cameron Eilert would do in his heyday, when he's playing on the ball, would do around 14 to 15. He was at AFL level, no problems whatsoever, Cameron Eilert. So
it's probably why he's one of the most decorated players
of all time. But I'd say around the 10 to 11 at this level. When Thunder were in, virtually...
Oh, nice mark from Calder.
The 75 hard man.
So the nice kick coming from that man up to Hayden Walters. Goes inboard. That's a nice kick. Finds Tommy Gilbert. Goes over to Calder. So Calder goes inboard again.
So we're going to go in a bit quicker in that situation, Saints.
Jellyman Turner, JMT, Lance. He's playing a bit of possession football here. Looks to go with the kick inside attacking 50. Payne from behind. And it's just kicked off the ground from Calder. And nice work there from Wilson getting the handball away. And Nightcliff looking to control that one off half back. So contest over there through Bricknell. He wins this one, just paddles it out in front of himself, gets the kick away. Inside attacking 50. Melville from behind. Melville. The umpire says play on. Bit of an up and under throw there. Here's Cammy Eilert on the right, and he has dobbed it, and that man gets his first for the evening. And Nightcliff get a much needed goal midway through the second.
It might have been Broderick down back. He just come through, scooped the footy, one grab, and just cleared it from their D50. It was unbelievable. But yeah, done well here. Nightcliff in a scrap. Cameron just waits out a touch to get the footy, and he finishes off like Cameron does. Very well done. Hasn't been on the ball once today, Cameron Eilert. So maybe a good weapon to have in the second half.
Absolutely.
15 minutes played in the second quarter. St Mary's lead 8 points to Nightcliff.
Yeah, I think going back to districts, I think I read during the week on social media that they picked up James Teesey, who was a premiership player with Nightcliff, and Rorker, I think his name is, from Bendigo, played in the SANFL this year. So 2 SANFL midfielders they signed during the week. So they've got a fair list. Districts were putting together a fair list.
And Sean Edwards just goes with the one Duke on that occasion. He gets boot to ball. Very impressive. So Calder throws it on the right to the top of the square. Fly. Paredes. Was it Payne?
No, Payne.
Payne again. And he just tells the Nightcliff boys about it too. In the 2-on-1. He's impressive, isn't he?
I don't know who they're, man. I might have try and pluck a name of who I reckon they should try and match up on him. Probably don't know enough about their recruits, but maybe a Kyle Emery, a bigger body up against him because he's a bit of the difference at the moment, this bloke.
So Payne, he's
not kicking
that one left.
It's good a recruit St Mary's have had since Jack Geary. So interesting, the Chief Minister opened the borders at the end of this month, so players can come from Victoria country, and so the league can have fly-in players now that the Chief Minister Michael Gunn has opened the borders, and everyone down south come on holiday in the Northern Territory.
Get up here.
Great waterfalls, great weather. If you want a bit of sun, come on holiday up here. We want you.
So the ball comes back inside, attacking 50.
Seriously got to look at this matchup, don't they?
As Payne again. As Rick just gave a nice plug to NT Tourism. What do you get up here?
I know, like Nick, you're Nick with the mo. Maybe Ricky's got to be Mr. Tourism, NT Tourism.
You sure you, the Tourism Minister,
Tourism
Rick,
Minister Advisor.
Yeah.
I'm chasing that job.
Yeah. Here he is, Payne. So, doesn't quite get the distance. Calder from behind. And that one's rushed through for a minor.
We definitely have a beautiful backyard to check out, I reckon.
Yep.
Absolutely. Ball comes up to half back. And Nightcliff bowls. Beautiful user, although Pilot drops that one. He's Wills, gets a handball out to Drogmuller. And gets Wills again. And that one's over the line, and with a boundary throw it.
Even Drogmuller maybe go to Payne, just a bigger body. I think they've got Peris on him at the moment.
Bit of a wrestle between young Jacob Long and Phil Wills.
Watch Paredes here. I think he'll hunt this footy. Bang.
Oof.
Philip Wills hunted him.
So Edwards spins into a tackle. Might get it back here, Shawnee. Smith is outboard. They're away here. It was Furphy with a kick. Here's Payne trying to get on the end of it. It's kept in. No, over the line from Jeremy Goddard. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Speaking about Phil Wills, he played his 200th game last week. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, superstar. If you look at Nightcliff winning the last two flags, is that probably the greatest recruitment of all time. Cameron Eilert and Philip Wills. They've both won Nichols medals and they've both won 2 premierships.
Tom Gilbert with the up and under kick. Payne sits under it. It's Nightcliff ground level. Oh, they're just a bit stinking it up here for the moment, the Nightcliff defence.
Good to score, you Saints.
Better work, although chopped off. And it's Tommy Gilbert chopping that one off, turning it over.
Tommy Gilbert played 3 games, I think it was, last year. So plays for Old Xavier's in the amateurs. And they tell me he was a great cricketer, very good cricketer, but decided to go down the football path, but an outstanding cricketer. Got a contract with the Victorian Cricket.
So Tom Gilbert on a pretty tight angle on that outer side. The kick looks just a little bit narrow and through for a minor. So it's been all sort of St Mary's this quarter, although the Tigers have got one back. But
they probably should have kicked on it, kicked a few more.
That's a nice looking kick. And a nice spoil coming over the back from young Lockie Taylor.
Ricky, how excited are you with NT representative footy making a comeback after 15 long years?
Yeah, it's absolutely huge. Probably this generation don't know what it was like when I was playing a long, long time ago. That was everyone's aim, was to play rep footy, and only the best got it. It didn't matter if you come up here from down south, and the whole of Darwin turned up to it. So I really hope Darwin supported. I hope the NTFL, get it going, and promote it properly. But we've probably got one go at this. I reckon if we make a meal of it, you'll go back to poor crowd. So I really hope it takes off.
Yeah, I can't wait for January to watch the NTFL side.
So he's Nate Paredes. Sean Wilson offers a bit of support for young Nate, and it's too easy really in the end. And Nightcliff back six just sort of caught off guard there, Rick.
They were. It was good by Nathaniel. He didn't blaze away. Good shepherd by Sean Edwards. Those things don't get a stat, but he did a really good job. Nathaniel didn't blaze away, used his eyes and got the ball to Goddard. Goddard went to school at Melbourne Grammar and played for the Sandringham Dragons 2018 and 19.
Jeremy Goddard with the kick is just to the right, and wasted some opportunities this quarter, the Saints.
I think his Sandringham Dragons are a bit of a powerhouse in the TIFA as well, but his brother is Hugh Goddard, who just got delisted from Carlton last week, so interesting if he makes his way up here or not.
So he's Matty Bricknell with the kick in the eyelet direction. A nice wrestle going on over there. As Furphy gets wrapped up, and the umpire says, "My ball, lads." And this boundary umpire down here, Rick, he's off camera. He's one of the... There we go, half-time at TIO Stadium, Nev.
Yeah, you're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin, beautiful Larrakia country. And that concludes the first half. St Mary's lead Nightcliff by 12 points. And we'll be back after the break with some more NTFL.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable cost of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energized.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
Welcome back to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL Men's Premier League. In the commentary box is Nick O'Reilly, Ricky Nolan and Navan Kimkewan. Heading into the third quarter, the Saints lead by 12 points. Ricky Nolan, what needs to happen in this quarter for both teams?
Yeah, I think Saints were pretty dominant that quarter. Actually just didn't kick goals or get it on the scoreboard. So if they continue like that, they should come away with a win. But as I said, the first quarter was pretty even. Some of the matchups, Cameron Island again gone to full forward. Ryan Smith hasn't had a break this quarter. So this game he hasn't been off.
So here we go back in the middle at TIO Stadium. Nice, beautiful tap there from Ryan Smith to Nate Paredes. Does the 360 and spoots a ball up to half forward. Here's Smith, quick hands inboard, although doesn't quite find the target. Nightcliff with the numbers though back there. Oh, a big kick coming in there. That's Lance dropping it for St Mary's on that occasion. Feeds a handball out. And up to half forward now. Go Nightcliff. Here's Saunders. Does well, although coughs it up. Here's Emery. That's a nice chisler in the eyelet direction. And good start tonight from Nightcliff in this third quarter, Rick.
Yeah, that's a great kick by Emery. Hit Cameron Lace out. Fairly long kick of the football, Cameron. See if the old legs are getting him. I think he's 35 years of age. He's still moving sensational. Just sat on someone's head before, so I think he's going on.
He's just a pup. His eyelet lining up for his second. Will kick from about 45. The kick on the way. It looks pretty good off the boot. And Cammy does get his second and gets the opener here at TIO Stadium.
Can't get a better start. Chris Baxter would be absolutely wrapped with that. So good work by Emery, really good pass, and Cameron finished outstanding.
And doing quite well as the playing assistant coach of Nightcliff.
Doing quite well. He's doing remarkable, actually. Since he's been there, 2 premierships. Can't certainly change the culture of the him and Philip Wills have just changed it to a culture of hard work, I think. Nightcliff have won the last 2 flags, so they just worked and trained harder than the rest of the competition.
Fairly handy midfield lineup this time for Nightcliff. Wills, Philo. As Philo goes off the deck, gets it out the wing. Here's young Lockie Taylor. He's pretty fast, that young man. Just goes off the deck that time, although it's coming back to centre wing. Lant with the one arm. Ball pops out, here's Ryan Moo. And that's holding the ball. Good pressure coming from St Mary's. Nate Paredes that time finishing off with the tackle. So not the best handball. Edwards with a quick kick. It might get over the back to Calder. It does. Umpire says play on. And that one's a goal. And a very sneaky one from Jackie Lant. And he gets his first for today.
Jack Lant, the former Calder Cannons, and played for the Sunbury Football Club in the Ballarat League. But yeah, fast in. I like these deep entries, quick, fast entries. Just puts the defender under the fence under pressure. Lant finished well, 1 goal each.
And now only 11 points the difference. Saints 6-9, 45 to Tigers 4-9, 33. If I've got that wrong, guys, let me know, because I'm having trouble reading that board.
No, absolutely correct.
Old Nifty Nev's going to have to get her eyes checked through the week, I think, after doing a night game. Might have opened up a can of worms, Nev.
Can you imagine me with those really thick Coke bottle glasses?
Coke bottle style.
I'll try and rock it. Might be competing against your Mo, though.
Yeah. And Tommy Gilbert putting that one inside, attacking 50 and finding Harry Williams. Goes to the top of the square, too easy. And this man, Payne.
Is Paris the match up there? Like, did Nightcliff need a bigger body? I don't know if you put Hugo Drogmola down there. Melville.
Do you stick someone like a Drogmola in front of Payne?
Hodges, he's played defence before Drogmola. I just think a bigger is pretty dominant. Is the difference between the game at the moment, Payne.
Here he is for goal number 4. Too easy. Jackson Payne is having an absolute night out against that back six that we were just talking about for Nightcliff.
Let's see, hopefully we see in the replay, Kieran Parnell wins a good one-on-one that got that ball to Harry Williams, actually, and they get the footy in. Just a bit of starting points, or maybe what you're talking about, the ruckman drop, trying to get back in front of Jackson Payne, but if I was Chris Sparks, I'd be addressing it, because that guy's the difference in this game at the moment.
And he kicked 6 goals in round 3, so he's on his way maybe to equaling that or bettering it.
He's by far the best recruit St Mary's have had since Jack Geary.
So back in the middle, and it was Dustin Walters for St Mary's coming at 100 miles an hour off half back for St Mary's. He's Furphy just paddles it out for St Mary's. Goes backwards. Wilson.
Smothered by the big guy, Ryan Smith.
Wilson will get it back again.
He's dropping the ball. Oh.
So a bit scrappy over there on the outer wing.
It is.
Phil Wills just goes in and gets it, drops the ball. Umpire says play on.
Oh, Falcon.
That was a beautiful Falcon, that was.
Hugo Drogmola.
There's big Dommy Brew with the Dommy mullet.
Henry Alabazida on the bench doing the running for St Mary's. Hung up the boots after the grand final last year. Played very well in the grand final as well.
So ball thrown back in. Saul Smith, Drogamala, no one touches it. Ball hits the deck. That was Furphy.
There's soccer going on, isn't there?
A fair bit going on, isn't there? It's been a couple of scrappy minutes here at TIO. Ball pops out now. Ryan Smith cuts it off though. This is a bit better. We get the ball into a bit of clear space. Although Nightcliff chop it off at half back. Kick goes up to centre wing. It's a nice handball coming over the top from Jack Musgrove. And that one goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Interesting to see Ryan Smith on screen there. He won a premiership playing in the Catherine Footy League. Couldn't fly down, usually flies in and out down south. But he also won a rugby union premiership as well. So he's had a fair...
at the same time?
Yeah, same seasons.
Unbelievable.
Playing rugby union one week and Aussie rules the next in Catherine. So
you'd be mad not to. I'll just open up the second cherry right for the evening. That's Dustin Walters for St Mary's, getting a kick up to half forward. Shawnee Edwards, who just goes off the deck, might work out well. And that one goes over the line. Nate Preedy sees that one over. We'll do it all again.
A scrappy 5 minutes, hasn't it?
If you could pick the top 2 players so far from both teams, Ricky, who would they be?
And Philip Wills would be up there for Night. Preedy's are probably best on ground at the moment. And Philip Wills would be up there as well, I reckon. Mullet Man was pretty good early.
Yeah, he's great. Love Mullet Man. As the ball comes up into this level,
Payne
it is.
again.
Payne.
Nightcliff Football Club. Warning bells. Something has to be done. It just has to be done.
Goal number 5 for that man.
We're 7 minutes into the third quarter.
House of Pain, hey?
Oh, he's a star. There's no doubt about it. So.
And St Mary's jagged the lead out to 4 goals. Just like that.
Fumble by Paris. They've got good control of the game. Ryan Smith, I think there's another guy. I think he's been absolutely outstanding. Still hasn't been off the ground yet. And he's been great as well. Kieran Parnell last weekend played on the Adelaide Oval in the SANFL Seconds Grand Final. So Adelaide Oval 1 week, TIO Stadium the next.
Yeah. Living the dream.
Played for North Adelaide in the seconds, and the coach was Darren Reeves, former
Reevesy,
NT Thunder coach.
Great
coach
man.
In North Adelaide. Very good coach as well. Outstanding coach, actually.
Hayden Walters goes back inside, attacking 50 for St Mary's. Nightcliff at ground level. Wills. Well, this one's going to come straight back in.
Here's the man.
Kieran Parnell, and he's put that straight out of bounds on the full.
Give him a wrap. He lets me down.
Yep.
A pretty short haircut at the moment, Kieran. He signed at Williamstown, Kieran, in the off-season in the VFL, and then COVID hit and got in his car and quickly drove to the border. Talking of borders, I said before that the territory opens in November to everyone except Melbourne City.
Yeah.
And Ben Rioli texts me with a bit of a whinge. He wants to come up here, but if he goes back to Perth, he has to quarantine. So,
is that right?
Yes, he said, coming from Ben Rioli, everyone can come here except Melbourne City or Melbourne Metro. And Perth can come here, but they've got a quarantine to go back. So Ben said he's desperate to get up here.
So Lance on the centre wing. Oh, it's to another Landy's brother and holding the ball.
On the border as well, St Mary's, once the border's open, Kane Learson, who was a bit of a scuffle going on. Kane Learson was an absolute star for St Mary's about 7 years ago, won a medal in the grand final. It's heating up a bit.
Oh, it's on.
With an ear massage.
Yeah, a fair bit going on.
Game's going on. Good umpiring. Play the game on. Too high, Nightcliff over the score. Yeah, but Kane Learson, as soon as the board is open, he's moving to Darwin, so that'll be a huge pickup as well for St Mary's. He's been coaching in Colac, and he's an outstanding coach, so it'll be good for Anthony Velojo to have a second coach on the field as well. He's got a really good football brain.
Speaking about Anthony Velojo in his second year of coaching and did really well last year, were you impressed with his first season?
Yeah, outstanding. He's had a big apprenticeship, been coaching junior footy for a long time, and in the background, for our viewers, there's a little bit going on behind the play.
So Mac Rivet, he's stuck that one through. And he's done very well. It's a good kick. As Rick says, there's a bit going on off the ball. Back towards the middle of the ground, but Mac Rivet.
Crowd getting involved, aren't they?
There's a lot going on. Come on, umpire, says the crowd. So Nightcliff get a much needed goal back, 5-9-39 the Saints. 8-9-57. We've gone just over 11 in the third quarter. As everyone gets back into position. Heated couple of minutes here at TIO Stadium. Plenty of tension between these two teams. We're back in the middle. Smith with a big punch forward. And nice pressure coming there from St Mary's midfield, and nice mark. Oh no, dropped it last second. Here's Bowie Tedcastle in a bit of space, just struggles to pick it up, handballs it around, just misses it that time. And Sean Wilson with a kick, and this one umpire's going to play holding the ball. I've been consistent with that one. Here's Liam Taylor, quick kick in the paint, directly over his head. Although, look at this, squeeze it again, Paredes, Golski, and Saints get one straight back.
Again, Jackson Payne, again, gives a good contest. And Calder, he's very good below his knees, isn't he, for a big guy. The 75 hard man got the ball to Paredes and put it through.
So Paredes gets his first for the evening.
I can't believe he's won 3 best and fairest in a row in 2016-17, 2017-18 and 2018-19. That's just crazy.
So some of them are in premiership years. Only one other person in the St Mary's Footy Club, I've been told, is Terry Lou Faff. I think is the only other person that did in the 1960s. Terry Lou Faff won a Nichols medal as well, so he was an absolute champion. Nathaniel's certainly in that the conversations of those sort of players. Bruno Longs, Ted Liddy's, Mick Athanasia, Nathaniel Paredes certainly in those conversations.
So well read there from young Furphy, I think it was, getting the kick inside, attacking 50. Great mark. Great defensive mark down there by Tommy Boyd. So just held up for the moment. Goes sideways to Wilson.
Been quiet, Wilson. Hasn't even compared the grand final, though.
So Wilson with a long one down the line. It's a beautiful kick, although dropped the last second there by big Trent Melville, and we'll have a boundary throw in on true centre wing on the opposite side in the commentary box.
Ryan Smith still hasn't been off. Fair effort. Very dominant performance.
Smith winning that one down. Lockie Taylor going without it on that occasion. Nice pressure coming from behind. So Nightcliff want to get a quick reply here. on centre wing. Oh, big up and under kick in the Moo direction. Centre that man's hands. Tyler Saunders does well, gets sat on. Umpire says play on. Eilert hovering over the top. And
did well, Saunders. He left his man in a dangerous situation, as I always say. So you've either got to be green light or red light. Green light, you've got to impact it, or red light, you've got to stay with your man. So he went green light and he made an impact, so well done. But there's no orange light. It's got to be one or the other.
So Smith wins that clearance out. He's been great all night, as Rick said. Hasn't had a spell. There's Paredes.
Chaos ball, it's a good one.
The Payne direction. Oh, he's going to run onto it. Although, well, one down there from Harris.
Harris won that convincingly.
And they've done well here. Here's Luke. Tom Boyd. Just a half back. Big Dommy Brew. He's a solid unit. The only thing missing from that mullet is a moustache, I reckon, Rick.
Yeah. I reckon
really top it off.
I don't want to tease the mullet man, but I reckon St Mary's have done really well forcing Nightcliff into slow plays. They've done really, really well there.
So here's Eric Clink.
Is that play on? He's dropping the ball.
It's dropping the pill. He got the handball away, they reckon. Here's Shawnee Edwards. It's a quick ball forward. Gets one over the shoulder. Williams. That's a nice kick.
Payne.
For the running Jack Lance. He had Payne. He's gone in that direction. Oh, nice spoil coming from Paris from behind. It's little Bowie Tedcastle in a foot race. It's a nice kick just over the top. Calder back to Payne. Payne with the handball. And I just see his Tedcastle. And they're stuffing around with it. And St Mary should have done a bit better there, Rick.
Yeah, they sort of were using the ball fit pretty well. It was pretty clean, but then, was it number 29, Goddard? He just made a bit of a meal of that.
Just did one too many disposals.
Yeah. Good pressure.
Great pressure coming over from St Mary's forwards. And this kick gets chopped off by Sean Edwards.
Distance won't be an issue. Yeah, Saints have impressed me how they've forced Nightcliff into slow plays. I reckon they've really paired off really well. Really cut the corridor off as well.
Shawnee Edwards plays on,
Essendon
gets to the 50, and he's jagged that to the right.
75 hard called has got that.
He's taken it, has he?
The man from Mornington.
75 Calder.
Can he kick Saints' 10th goal?
I hate the modern football with this. I'd just rather run around, kick a drop punt.
There he goes. Calder, he's dobbed it.
But when you do that, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, well done, Calder. Took a good mark. And he gets his second.
Game's getting away from Nightcliff, isn't it?
Yeah, they're 30 points in front now, St Mary's, and 17 minutes played in the third quarter.
I think Saints were the only team to beat Nightcliff last year. I think they beat them twice. No, it might have beat them 3 times, actually. It might have been 3 times the only team to beat them. So, but didn't beat them when you want to beat them, and that's in the premiership. So I always thought they played a real good game 1 week too early. Saints. It would have been good to save that semi-final performance to the grand final. So we're going to give Nightcliff a little bit of a wake-up call.
So Drogmuller winning that tap down convincingly. And Drewy in the bottom of that pack for Nightcliff. Ball comes out.
Look at the numbers Saints have got. It's outstanding.
So here's Lockie Taylor living with Darwin socialite Liz Cruz. I hear Rick.
Tell you what, he'd be going to a lot of social events if that is one lady that gets invited to a social event daily. Sometimes twice a day.
Yep.
Darwin Cup Carnival, I think she does 3 a day actually.
Yeah. That's her Olympics. Darwin Cup.
She's fit for it, don't worry about that. Social fit.
So, centre wing. Drogmuller. It's a handball away. Punching tackle coming from behind. Arm might have just popped up a bit. And Luke Goonan winning the tackle there, winning the free kick, for Nightcliff. Although that kick is coming straight back. Nice mark from Kieran Parnell. Doesn't have much on.
The man they call the Wizard.
Lockie Taylor, nice little touch. He's a good runner, Lockie Taylor, Rick.
Yeah. That's the one Liv Cruz?
Yeah. Here's Lance. Has long down the line. Edwards from behind. Not quite. Here's Jack Lant. It's dumped after he gets rid of it. Bo Ted Castle. Oh, good mark, young man. He's an impressive young unit.
Quickly, Payne, one on go to him.
Yeah, that's the kick. So Payne sits under it, just goes with the one hand. Well, it's kept in by Jacob Long. It's Nightcliff, though, with the clearing kick through Paris. And it's, if it's not on the out of bounds on the full, it's definitely deliberate, and the umpire pays it.
Number 19, well done.
So ball coming straight back in.
Good kick.
And Jacob Long.
Jacob Long's called it straight away.
Straight away. He's we'll kick from about 52 out, right on the boundary.
52 out, that's a fair call to... That's it.
Yeah. Oh, well. Back him in, Rick. Young Jacob Long. Impressive young player, isn't he, Rick?
He has had a good year last year. See St Mary's socks, they've gone for the short socks. You can order long or short.
Oh, yeah. Don't mind that.
Jacob Long's gone to the short with the famous SM on it.
There we go, Jacob Long. It's not a bad looking kick off the boot. Oh, it's
to goal.
Oh, touched.
Thought it had to be one or the other.
Holy dooly. Fair roost. So a full back for Nightcliff. Looking for a bit of quick movement. They're down by 31 points now. It's danger signs, although they've got it out the back. Geez, that's clever off the deck. Have a look at that. And finds Kyle Emery. So he'll, geez, that was good end-to-end stuff, Rick.
Well, it was good. That's where Bowles is, a really long kick. Bit of luck though, you throw it on the boot and you've got your teammate running forward and hits him lace out. So Philip Wills having a well-deserved rest. Fairly good kick of the footy, Kyle Emery.
Emery's just about in the middle of the ground. He's going to go to Malcolm Blight. Keeping in mind he did mark the ball at about 35-metre mark. He's going with the long approach. Going to find something to talk about, Rick.
We do. It's taken that long.
So he gets into about 45. The kick underway is right. So he gets that margin back to 30 points now.
He played junior footy with Palmerston.
Kyle Emery?
Yeah, with the Palmerston Magpies.
Yeah, played their last 2 years, I think, and he's moved back to Nightcliff this year.
So Edwards at the back of that pack. Just gets it forward quickly. Calder stands underneath it. Oh, they're out here. Out the back. St Mary's, and it's Jack Land. Gets run down. Kicks in the Payne direction. He's done well. So here's Paredes. Throws on the right. Gets it over the top. And, still he goes through. And that one's through. Rushed through for a behind.
I want to see Nathan just have a look up. You know, they had one-on-ones everywhere there. Just try and spot someone hit even to the ground. They could have kicked another. They nearly could have taken the game away from Nightcliff if they kick one here, I reckon.
Here's Sean Wilson in the back pocket. Our boy Don Brute goes sideways. They've worked this well, Nightcliff, playing a bit of possession football.
Oh, the Wizard.
Oh, they've turned it over here. Here's Lant. That's holding the ball every day of the week. Good pressure.
Oh, Kieran Parnell showing a bit of muscle there.
Speaking of nicknames, what's the best nickname you've ever heard for a player? Or the most interesting?
I got a bloke. I used to play for the Bali Geckos, and there was a guy there called Pothole, because everyone was trying to avoid him.
That's a classic.
And he's a good bloke. He's a real good bloke.
He sounds like a ripper.
Rick.
No, sign me up. I want to have a beer with him. As we're on the centre wing, here's Lance.
Oh, that's a funny nickname.
And Lance turns this one over. They go into the middle of the ground now, Nightcliff. So it's bowled. Oi, Eilert. Oh, he's won the free kick, Eilert. He's got the hands in the back.
That is unbelievable.
Might try and see the replay of that. That's
absolutely shocked.
Need to have another look at that. Here we go. Here's Bowles with that long kick, putting to St Mary's.
Wow.
Well, I don't know about that. Anyway. What would we know, Rick? Cammy Islet.
They need one, Nightcliff, desperately.
Absolutely. This is Islet. He's got 2 in the bank already tonight, Cammy Islet. And of course, he took that absolute ridiculous screamer, the old boy, in the first quarter, and backed it up with a point, which he wouldn't usually do. But here he is, the great man. The kick underway is a good one, a much-needed one for Nightcliff. And Cameron Islet lets 74 know about it.
75, actually.
So, whatever, I can't keep up with all these programs, Rick. I just want to do hard 4 minutes.
Nick, can I give you my glasses?
Yeah, I know. Holy dooly.
Cameron not too happy there. You don't usually see him do that. So I'd say Jackson called to give him a fair spray, I'd say.
It's Cammy Islet. Goes back down to his full forward position.
Back to 4 goals. I mean, it just gives them a sniff going into the last quarter. Crowd are a bit fired up, but now the St Mary's end over that.
25-point leaders are St Mary's, and of course, as Rick just said, gives Nightcliff a bit of a sniff going into the final quarter. Saw Smith's back on the ground. He needed a break. He got one. He wins a tap. There's Drog Muller giving the handball backwards. Edwards for St Mary's. I'm going to put it inside. Oh, that's a bit of a stinker of a kick from Big Shawnee. And here you go, Nightcliff off half back. They've had a good few minutes. Tyler Saunders in a... Oh, he does well, Tyler. And that's what I like to call a fitty.
I wouldn't take the 50. I'd nearly deliver it now. We've got players free everywhere. Is anyone on Nightcliff going to man the mark?
So Tyler Saunders takes that 50. The kick, that's a good one. Payne! Oh, nice ball coming over the back. Lockie Taylor gets taken up in a tackle, and it's a good one too, holding the ball.
Lockie Taylor, that's Liz Cruz's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's in a good spot. We just had to get rid of the footy.
Yep. So Wilson.
Can't allow that fast play from behind. Just try and hold it up.
So up at centre wing, Tyler Saunders cops one across the jaw. And he's a tough unit. And he just gets up, no issues at all. The big Tyler Saunders. So we've gone up 26, almost 27 minutes in the third, Rick. Long quarter.
It has been.
St Mary's lead 25 points to Nightcliff.
So Smith down to Edwards. That quick ball ends up to centre half forward now. Oh, a big crunching bump. Here goes Nightcliff off half back again. Oh, this is a big ball to win. And Nightcliff win it. Oh, well done by Lant. Here's Edwards and Moo. Moo wins that one. And there we go. It's three-quarter time here at TIO Stadium. Good quarter of footy. St Mary's 10-11-71 to Nightcliff 6-10-46. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel, really feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League. In the Darwin commentary box is Nick O'Reilly, Ricky Nolan and Van Kincuin. St Mary's lead by 25 points. Ricky, going into this final quarter, what do you think the coaches would be saying?
I reckon Anthony Vlager would be wrapping his side up. They did really well to keep them into their slow play. They're really cutting off that 45 kick, and I think Chris Buxton, I just think they've got to get a few more loose ball gets, get their hands on the footy a bit more. So yeah, Saints are really slow on their play down.
So Ryan Move, Philo, all the big names from Nightcliff in there early. Rivet up to half forward. Kemi Eilert just with the one juke on that occasion. And that one's over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
They haven't pulled the Cameron Eilert trigger, have they, to put him into the midfield? As I said during the week, I heard that he's a little bit sore, 6-day break. So maybe that's why.
So just inside attacking 50 there for the Nightcliff. So the ball thrown in by the boundary umpire. Smith from behind wins that one down. That's Goonan giving the handball away. And St Mary's winning a free kick at half back. So with the quick release, Nate Paredes. Adam Jorgensen, pretty much Irish dancing on the mark there. So Paredes with the kick long down the line. There's Lockie Taylor. Throws it on the left. It's all Nightcliff back here, though. Nice little tap on. Here's Bo Tedcastle. Does well. Stays in the contest. And they keep it in St Mary's. And trying to win a free kick. Here's Bo Tedcastle now. He's exciting young player. And that one's over the line, and we'll have a throw-in.
It's pretty important, Saints, if they can score here. Nearly wrap the game up.
So Jackson Calder indicating he'll be taking the doing the ruck work for St Mary's. Here's Paredes by himself, throws it on the right. It's a kick off the boot. It's just right. And through for a minor.
Just on ground, I think Paredes. Him and Ryan Smith have been absolutely outstanding for Saints. Can't let this ball out so easily, Saints.
Sean Wilson. Yeah, way too easy.
Nightcliff haven't taken advantage of it, though, have they? That's what I'm talking about, energising the footy and trying to fasten the footy up. They're just too slow.
So Lant does well. Sean Wilson sees that one over the line.
Absolute mess of that Nightcliff footy club. They had the overlap, they were out. And they just went so slow.
So out on the half forward for St Mary's on the outer side. Ball thrown back in. Edwards doing the ruck work for St Mary's on this occasion. And there's big Brewy for Nightcliff. Gets it up the centre wing. Here's Lant to Edwards. Plays on. Throws it on the right boot. Gets it up in the Calder direction. And
that's 50.
And that should be 50. And the free kick going in Nightcliff's way.
The Saints just got to keep it in this forward half here. Don't let it out. Paredes.
Oh, they're out here out the back. Oh, no, so it's chopped off though. It's Jackie Musgrove. Goes inboard. Dylan Lant. The Eminem style bleached mop.
Yeah, it's interesting that.
Here's Paredes. Gets it on the right to the top of the square. And too easy in the end. Sort of a nothing kick in the end there, Rick.
Yeah, we've done well at Saints cutting bowls out. Hasn't been anywhere near as influential. I've heard the round one, he absolutely killed him off half-back. So they've done well to cut him out of the game.
Well, Jacob Long. Yeah, well done by the big man there in Dommy Brew. Gets sat on. Yeah, it's a bit of a wrestle on between Sauce, Smith and Brew.
Ryan Smith's using his rugby union premiership skills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call play on umpire, that'll break it up. Harry Williams has got the footy and Saints will score out of this. That was interesting. One umpire was trying to call play on and give it to Saints and the other umpire wanted to give it to Nightcliff.
Yeah, they just need to grab a hold of it, and 50. So I think that was against Smith. The umpire just indicated that Smith pointed his way, just to giving him a bit of a mouthful, and which is
a touch of discipline there, and it was game over with Saints, because the umpire actually said, "Saints, your ball." They got the ball to, I think it was Payne, and he was away.
And the crowd getting quite vocal.
Our man, Don Brew.
But here he is, big Dommy Brew.
I don't know anything about Don Brew. Do you know what he does? Cage fighting.
Of course he does.
Cage fighting.
Yeah, I can, yeah, Rick, I can picture that.
Yeah, so can I. I'll give him a tip, though. I'd kick the ball more directly towards the goal instead of kicking it on a 45 angle, because 5 goals down and you will never kick a goal from there.
What do they need to do, Rick? Take a few risks here, Nightcliff?
No, I just reckon they need to speed the footy up. A kick like that's just absolutely unacceptable. Get the ball at the top of the square, because you're just not going to score goals with kicks like that.
There he is, Brew.
This bloke's played all right, the M&M man.
He's quiet, he's impressive. Dylan Lant, here we go. Bo Tedcastle puts the afterburners on. Although just goes without it. He's good forward pressure player, that young Bowie Tedcastle. And up to half forward for Nightcliff. Here's Ryan Moo.
Got a spare in Nightcliff, and they get it to him. They can get it to him.
And here we go. Runs into an open goal, and Sausage.
It's not over. It's just there. Just going. You're talking about that half forward, that Calder, Tedcastle. Like, you win that, and it's game over. So just leadership of Saints. They've got to know the moments that the game's on the line. Kick a goal here, it's game over. They get the ball to the half-forward line, or what I call it the turnover zone. They didn't win that ball. Nightcliff turn it over the other way and score a goal from it. So just got to know the moment, and a lot of that's just leadership. Leaders have got to know that moment.
21 points a difference. St Mary's lead. 6 minutes played in the fourth quarter.
Bloke on screen there played in 2 grand finals for the Geelong Footy Club. So he'd be pretty excited tomorrow watching his Cats play. Andrew Wills played over 170 games of AFL football.
Do you have a tip for the grand final?
I reckon Dangerfield will turn it on and the Cats will win, but I'm going for Xavier Clark and the Richmond Football Club, but I just worried about Dangerfield.
Ryan Moo with the kick in the Emery direction. Nice pressure coming over the back from Tyler Saunders. And he's looking for a free there.
I don't think it was a free. No. I think he just went up and scored the football.
He's a very good defender, Tyler Saunders. I think he's gotten a lot better over the last few years. He was always a good player, Rick, but he's just sort of starting to grow in that role, isn't he?
I thought he was Saints' best player in the second half of last year.
Yeah.
Tyler Saunders. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Works for the Clontarf program up here in Darwin. I've heard he does a very good job.
And he's good with young fellas. I've seen him in action. Does a great job. Here we go, Paredes.
How good's Paredes below his knees? He's unbelievable, isn't he?
Oh, now free kick. In the way of Nightcliff.
Melville can kick a fair way as well.
He can kick a big sausage.
Pilot one out in the goal square.
So here we go. Nightcliff for 2 in a row. Which has been rare all night. Melville gets into a trot. That's a good-looking kick off the boot. Just gets to the middle of the goal square and through for a behind.
Good defending Saints putting that through.
Talking about Paredes, I can't believe that he's of Chilean and Cuban descent.
Yeah.
You don't hear of, that people with that background playing.
His parents are lovely, lovely people. Big Saints people. Always watch the telecast. They love their St Mary's. Live in Melbourne, live in Victoria country.
Jack Musgrove. The hands to Dylan Lant. It's been good tonight, Lant.
They might be able to come up for a holiday now. The borders are opening next week.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you holiday in the Territory?
There's Cam Eilert.
Hope Mr Gunner's listening.
I want that Minister's portfolio.
Yep, Mr Tourism. Or Tourism Minister.
You'll have to beat me to it, Rick. I do a fair bit, don't worry. On and off field. So at half-back, St Mary's just looking to play a bit of possession football for now. Long in the Sauce Smith direction, gets hands to it. Phil Wills and sees that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
So these are a win for Saints. So the clock doesn't stop in Territory football at the moment. So the clock is still running. So win for Saints as both sides run a lot of changes.
So ball thrown back in. The quick kick going up to half forward. Melville, he's been pretty good the last few minutes, been lively. That's a good handball backwards. Quick kick going inside, attacking 50. Bit of a chaos ball. Tyler Saunders. Have a look at him. Very impressive.
So Jack Musgrove there.
No, worked this well. I don't know about that kick. It's a bit dangerous.
Oh, Kieran, well done.
That should have been a free kick.
Uh-oh.
And just like that, they've got 3 in a row. Nightcliff. And I think that was Luca Goonan.
Only 2 and a bit goals in it now.
Getting his second
game on. We're only at the 10-minute mark. So
that would definitely have to lift Nightcliff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're still in a chance. Oh yeah, Jack Musgrove, one of his best kicks, played a good game. Coaches Rapagna.
Rapagna in the Wimmera down in Country Vic.
Last couple of years. Signed some big names, St Mary's.
Has he?
Actually, he did the last year until COVID hit. I think Shannon Rioli is going.
Big name, huge name, Rick.
Hayden Wigney, another really massive St Mary's player, and Jesse Jessen was playing there as well. So he had some big name Saints players lined up.
Huge names down at Rapagna.
But unfortunately, the season didn't get underway.
Back in the middle, Saul Smith goes without it on that occasion. Well, they're out. Nightcliff is just up and about at the moment. Jacob Long at half back for St Mary's. Sells a bit of candy, throws it on that right foot. Saul Smith by himself in the middle.
Just need a goal, Saints.
So he goes out. Outboard. Here's Lockie Taylor. That's a good kick. Have a look at this, Payne. Although Perez has done well on Payne the last few...
I'll give the colours to Perez in the last...
he has. He's had him, hasn't he?
30 minutes. He's done very, very well.
Yep. Playing it smart, Perez.
Lockie Taylor from St Joey's in the Geelong League, and he was sent up here by Mark Hildebrand, ex St Mary's player, very good player, come third in the Nichols medal 1 year, so he sent him, got in touch with Anthony Velojo and sent him up here, but St Joey's is a very good club in the Geelong football.
Great club. In Geelong there. It could have been in the back. Umpire says nothing's doing there. And we'll do it all again. Another stoppage inside, attacking 50 for St Mary's.
Saints just need leaders to identify, hey, we need to score here, boys. We really need a goal.
So nice tap down there from Payne. That was bowls going off the deck. Smith does well for St Mary's. Ted Bocastle.
Gone.
Murphy. That's a handball away.
Just can't lose this Saints. This ball here.
So Nightcliff. And that one is Tyler Saunders back there for St Mary's.
Jeez, they'd be in strife without him, wouldn't they?
Oh, no. He's been extraordinary tonight. He's had a great game, Dylan Land.
Oh, you can't play safe. Play safe.
Ooh. Attacking, extremely attacking ball there. Oh, Melville. Here's Lockie Taylor. Wins it back, gets sat on. Umpire circling.
He's dragged
he dragged it in. Holding the ball.
Decision.
Do you get a sense that the pressure's risen,
Yep.
since those goals?
Nothing wrong with playing safe, I reckon, with Saints. And Cameron Eilert, what can you do?
Brew to Cammy Eilert.
3 of sport, that no one stayed down.
Ryan Moo goes with the snap around the corner. Oh, touched right on the line. Great defence. Geez, that was lucky, Rick. No, he kicked that goal and we got game on.
I think there's word the NTFL might go to the arc in the...
oh, yeah?
The arc.
Will that consist of just you and me, will it, Rick? And just having a guess?
And a mobile phone down there.
Yeah. I'll get a GoPro on top of the goalpost. Actually, I think that would actually work better than the AFL system sometimes.
Good work rate by Calder. He really pushed up there.
And Jackson Calder, 75 hard or whatever that thing's called. He's got the tat. He's got the tat to prove it. Oh, Don Brew pops one fair and square in the back, and have a look. He's as tough as nails. Have a look at him.
Even his mullet stayed in place.
Yeah. I don't know how much jelly's got in that mullet, but it's not moving very much. Here's Philip Wills. Just directing traffic, Willsy. Plays on now.
Got a good 8 minutes left in this game.
Throws it on the right, up to half forward. Melville drops it. Moo gets a handball away. Melville gets it back. Gets it to the top of the square. Tyler Saunders in a 2-on-1. What can Tyler do? He does well, Tyler Saunders. He gets that one over the line. I'll tell you what, Rick, he's been extraordinary tonight.
I'll give 2 raps. Ryan Moo's roving was outstanding at that last contest. And Tyler Saunders, his saves. If St Mary's win this game, which they should, he has won the game from him.
So
his efforts in the last quarter have been outstanding.
Handball goes inboard. A bit of 1-2 action. The kick is right. So Nightcliff wasting a few opportunities, Rick.
Yeah, they certainly have. Had a coffee with Mark Deutsch, the Nightcliff president this morning.
Yeah, the great man, the great Deutsch.
The great Deutsch, doing a good job as the president. He's very excited. Nightcliff Footy Club are getting the lights turned on in about 3 weeks' time. They're playing a night game against District. So
that'll be great.
Very excited about
He'll be frothing that down at Nightcliff. Yeah. So back on centre wing. Oh, big crunching tackle. Crunching stuff here at TIO Stadium. The umpire circling. Good hard footy, Rick.
They just seem to have the momentum, Nightcliff, at the moment. They only need to kick 2 because they're 14 points to Saints 13. So.
A nice tap down there from Drogamullah. And that one's going to go back over the line. Seen to it by Lucas Jellyman Turner. LJMT. I'm going to try and roll with. Too many letters.
It reminds me of Guy Orton, a player that played for, a very good player that played for St Mary's about 5 years ago.
Brick Mill into the forward pocket. Too easy. Is that Melville?
Melville it is.
Yep.
Fairly good kick of the football usually.
No, Trent Melville. Currently down by 13. No, I'm going to roll with 11. He runs around and he has pushed it across the face.
Fair effort. Just got to get their hands on the footy, Saints. Take a bit of pace out of the game. Just get a bit of... Best way to change momentum is kick a goal.
You should be a coach, Rick. That's pretty handy advice. As St Mary's look to hold on to the pill here.
Just go down the line. Don't have to do anything stupid. No, do. Control the footy.
Whoa. Lockie Taylor just holds on to that one. It's a little chipper over the top.
Control the footy. Keep going down the line.
Jack Lance.
Even a stoppage in front of the goal square would do here. No.
We're going backwards. What do you do here, Rick?
I would have rather that go down the line.
Man, it allows Nightcliff to push up that their zone, doesn't it? Well, they end up going down the line. It's coming back in. No, it's not. His Paredes.
Get it on, Nathaniel.
Bit of luck goes St Mary's way. He's Edwards on a one-on-one. He might get over the back here. Shawnee Edwards read that one beautifully. Wheels around, has a bounce. He almost gets run down, gets a handball away.
Payne.
The kick. Calder comes over the top. No, not quite. And the umpire's letting that one go. And Calder's saying that he had his hand kicked off.
Instead of worrying, just man up. They're all arguing with the umpire, and Nightcliff go bang out of the D50.
I think that's Bricknell on the outer wing. Oh, nice tackle. Good pressure coming there.
Got a feeling was thrown Payne into the midfield for the last 5 minutes, which is a good coaching move, actually.
So that ball must have gone over the line.
18 minutes played and Saints lead 11 points.
So ball tossed back in. Here's Lant. Goes without it. Nightcliff with the numbers. They get it up to centre wing. Bricknell with a nice sneaky little handball. I'm going to turn this one over. Nightcliff, no, they get it back.
Good pressure.
With a quick kick. Yeah, great pressure coming from St Mary's. Oh, two flew. One stayed down the bottom. It's Sean Wilson. Here they go, Philo. Yeah, Tyler Saunders again off half back.
They made a mess of that Nightcliff, didn't they? They had the overlap and everything. Hit a target.
So Land has the 2-3 bounces now. He's running sideways. Goes with the kick up to half forward.
Great vision.
Here's Payne. Just off a step.
Oh, I just had to look. He had players everywhere.
And that one's through the left.
This West Saints have got to go man on man and not let this ball out. Ryan Smith's on the bench. They've got to try and get him on as well, I think.
Do you think both coaches would be quite annoyed that there's so many points kicked?
A bit of a tussle, yeah. There's been a few kicked today. So.
Oi! Jeez.
Hugo Drogmola and
he just put Lant down. Exactly. The umpire was looking straight at it and said, play on. Don't know what I know about that, Rick. Yeah, you probably didn't see it at home. Fair bit going off the camera. Anyway, back on the outer wing, back to the real stuff, the footy. It's what we love. Phil Wills, centre wing, gets a kick up to half forward. It's a good kick too. Tyler Saunders does well again to defend.
He's outstanding, hasn't he been?
Unbelievable work from Tyler Saunders. Absolute workhorse. So the kick comes up to half forward now for St Mary's. It's a handball away and over the line.
I reckon the quarter will only go to about 23. Doesn't mean that many goals scored. And Saints will get a fresh Ryan Smith onto the field. So no, they didn't make it. Just trying to get him on the field.
So plenty of feeling in this final quarter. Saints just holding on.
He's dropping the ball.
Umpire says play on. Here's Phil Wills. Just puts the afterburners on. So the ball gets out the back. St Mary's in about a 4-on-1. Beautiful work by them, although it's coming straight back. Here's that man, Adam Jorgensen.
Wilson, they've got Wilson in the middle if they want him.
Still got him. It's too late though. He's going to get chopped. Oh, good courage shown by both players there.
Well done, St Mary's.
Sean Edwards has a bounce. 1,
Calder long in the square.
Goes another one, two. Sean Edwards.
Payne long in the square.
Has another bounce, three. Gets to 50. Sean Edwards. That is a rip snorter of a goal from Big Shorty Edwards. Fair goal.
The crowd loves it.
The crowd loves it. Sean Edwards likes it. And I think the fat lady about to swim, but this is a very good goal. That's all it is. Former Sydney Swans, GWS and Essendon player. Bit of candy one. Puts it through the middle, 40 out. Well done, Sean Edwards.
Well done, Shawnee.
I think Saints are home.
I think they are. They're in front now. Well, they've extended their lead. 18 points.
Yeah. 11 set up on the 6-6-6 correctly.
So yeah, they got 7.
Yeah, St Mary's got 7 in their forward, so Nightcliff will get this ball.
Is that the first warning, Rick, or?
I don't know how it works.
Hold on.
Yeah, they've got too many arms. Shouldn't they call a head count? No, they haven't. No. God, I was a bit worried there for a second.
Controversy.
Yeah, St Mary's had 7 in their forward line and only 5 in their defence. But the winger sprinted to the boundary line. I thought, oh, hang on, here we go.
Like it was Lockie Taylor, the quickest man on the field.
Well done, Sauce.
Saul Smith wins that tap down. Furphy gets boots the ball, does well. Furphy wheels around on the right. And here's Calder. Gets his on the right. Calder pushes it to the right. So 19 points now. St Mary's have done well. Nightcliff have had all the momentum. We're at half back now, Nightcliff. They need to roll the dice a bit. Last quarter went for about 27 minutes. There's still a bit of time.
Not as many goals scored on that.
Ricky, did you see this result?
Yeah, I thought they've got a decent side in tonight, Saints. I think they're around the mark. I don't think, as I said, I think Nightcliff have just trained harder than the other teams the last 2 years. It's been the difference. Of just Cameron Eilert and Philip Wills have created a culture of hard work and they've trained harder.
And there we go. It's full time here at TIO Stadium. An impressive win by the Saints, 11-16-82 to Nightcliff, 8-15-63. Ricky Nolan.
Great win, well deserved. I thought they were the better side all night, Saints, and they put some 2-2, I think, so back in the hunt. And Nightcliff's first loss for the year, and I think we've got a good open competition this season.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League from TIO Stadium in Darwin. St Mary's are the victorious team in this round 4 game. From your commentary team, Nick O'Reilly, the guy with the big mo, and Ricky Nolan, the unofficial tourism minister of the Northern Territory, and myself, Nightcliff McEwen. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with some more deadly footy from the NTFL.